What's going on, excuse me, get this right. My UA verified, my gaming academia. What's going on, fam? Hey guys, before we even get started, make sure you hit that like, share, and subscribe button because it's about to get real. Now it's your boy Music128, Jeremy here, ready to get this hot topic fire sending y'all way. But before we get to that, let me introduce my brothers. DC Knight, talk to him, please.
What's going on, everybody? Man, I gotta tell you, I'm still full off of that Thanksgiving food. Man. Even though we didn't go anywhere this year, my wife and I, we threw down in the kitchen. So best believe I still got some leftovers and I'm gonna be tearing them up tonight.
Oh
dang.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
What you got, man? What you got? What you working with?
So if y'all all tuned in to the last episode, we talked about our sides, our favorite sides. And best believe, I wasn't lying. Dressing, mac and cheese, greens.
Man. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Got beans, potatoes, and lettuce. All right.
Yeah, okay.
Night. Night, talk to him. What's up, man?
Hey, y'all, what's going on? My UA verified My Hero Academia hero.
Wait, what was that? You want to run that back one more time?
I said, what's going on? My UA verified My Gaming Academia.
There you go.
There we go. Say it. Say it with your chest.
Say it with some gumption.
Yeah. Before we get started again, guys, like, share, and subscribe. Now, no more talking. Let's get to it. First topic of today. It's been an interesting year, and for all my anime lovers, get your seatbelt ready, get your popcorn because it's about to get real. What is the best brand new anime of 2020? That's the question on this topic. What anime that just came out this year and you were like, man, when it was there, you was like, bro, when it come on, I gotta get my Crunchyroll ready because it's about to get real. Now I'm going to let my brothers go. You know, let my brothers answer first all the time. Knight, you go first.
Uh-oh.
Tell me.
Uh-oh.
What is the best anime of this year? What is it, Knight? Tell me.
Well, I do have quite a few in mind. And some, I have to admit that I have not gotten to get to just yet.
So you gonna put some on the list that you haven't seen yet?
Indeed I am. Indeed I am. And I would also like to give a honorable recommendation. Well, not recommendation, but an honorable mention to The Promised Neverland Season 2. Just because that was supposed to come out this year, but considering that the pandemic was happening, just like that animation studio, there were quite a few other ones that also had their projects, delayed, which is unfortunate.
Okay, so tell me, man.
Oh yeah, for sure. But concerning my best anime for 2020, new anime, I would have to say that it's going to be Jujutsu Kaisen.
Ooh. It's a good choice. Jujutsu Kaisen is tough. It is tough so far. It hasn't finished yet the season, but so far it is pretty tough.
So far, every episode has been hidden, just like when My Hero Academia first came out. It's been hidden, and it's just the way that they have the characters in the show, like right off the bat. It's like we're seeing bits and pieces of how they are, and we're just viewing them for the first time. And it's like, sure, we have seen animes that do that, but I don't think we've seen it being done like this before. Especially like right off the bat.
I would disagree with that a little bit, but keep going.
Well, for one, considering the last episode, spoiler alert by the way, a new character was introduced, and I would probably say that we noticed how we noticed like a bit about the character, like when the character was first going into the movies, and they were trying to get their voice heard because they wanted to, pay, to go see the movie and stuff. And he was always telling the person, "Hey, hello, 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 hello," until she finally just said, "Oh yeah, sure, it's gonna be this how much, whatever."
Mm-hmm.
And then just before he passed her the money, some random person slipped in without even paying. Like, it's whatever. And then and then we later find out that, okay, so not only was he, trying to pay for the movie and everything, but he was also skipping school. And then we saw the reason why he was skipping school is because he was being bullied while he was in school. Which understand, and it's like just the fact that we can see the different layers of the character, like right off the bat, is just, I like it. And they've done that for just about every character so far in the show. And
all right.
And I do have a few recommendations, but we can talk about that later though.
Okay, so I would push back on so let me get this straight. Jujutsu Kaisen is really dope. It's super dope. Right
yes,
now,
it is.
It's the out of all the winter and fall animes, it's the one that I'm most excited about. Every week. And so it is super dope, but they haven't fleshed out every character yet. But again, the season's not over yet, so we don't know how things are going to end. I do want to see more on Megumi's power that they keep hinting at. You know what I'm saying? That he's about to go into like this super state mode. That I do want to see that. I also want to see, I can't remember her name, but the girl partner. What's her name?
You talking about the one that has like the little knives and she be hitting? The girl that got introduced, I think, at the last episode 3. She came in episode 3, I think, that you're talking about. Yeah, with like
yeah, her. I think her power is super dope. But they haven't really explored her background or anything like that. But yet again, season's not over yet, so we don't know. And my other knock against Jujutsu Kaisen.
I am Doc.
Yo.
The character that you're talking about, the character with the orange short hair.
Yes. What's her name?
Ah, jeez.
But whatever. I can't remember it. But whatever her name is, I do want to see more of her background, and I also want to. They're hinting at it, and that's probably a later plot point. But what curses really are, how they can use them, like where did they come from, like where do they originate from, which is probably like a later plot point that they haven't gotten to yet. And my like I was saying, the last knock I have against Jujutsu Kaisen, which is also a knock for my number one. It's a very complex story right off the bat. It's a very complex world. And so they have all these rules and explaining the powers, and then you have like eminent domains and things like that. It's a very complex world they're trying to put you in, which takes it took me like some rewatching to get a good grasp on exactly what's going on.
Okay. All right. I'm letting y'all go and say yours. So I'll go and say mine. Once again, Jujutsu Kaisen is a dope anime. I like everything about it. I mean, I can talk about the reason why I like about it, but y'all too said 2 good reasons already. I don't want to just keep putting ice on top of the cake. I would say I wouldn't put it as my number one just because, once again, it's not finished.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And because it's not finished, you cannot finalize something like that's like saying Game of Thrones had the best seasons ever when we already know what happened in season 8. You see what I'm saying? I gotta watch
season
everything.
6, 7, and 8.
Yeah, you gotta watch the finished project before you just claim it to be top. So I'm not gonna do that because it's not fun.
And just to be clear, Jujutsu Kaisen is not my number one. Just FYI.
Oh no, this is, hold on. Oh, well, let me go on. Let me hear your number one then,
okay,
please.
Okay.
Yeah.
So my number one is Tower of God. And so, funny story about Tower of God. I actually started reading the webcomic like last year or the year before last, and it's another thing where it's an extremely complex, complicated world, and
yes, it does.
And that actually turned me off of reading the webcomic or the webtoon just because it was just so much to it.
Yeah.
But when the anime came out, I watched it again, and I was like, oh, okay, I'm starting to understand it now.
The puzzle came together.
It started to click for me, and so I really like the story that they're telling. I like the environment. I like the mystery behind it. How you really don't know what's like. They give you enough with the characters, but don't give you like everything what's going on.
Everything enough to keep you wanting to come to watch more.
Exactly. So the princesses of Jihad, Bam, like what's going on with him. Rachel, what's her deal? Yeah. She trifling, you know what I'm saying? And so
yeah, bro, I can't. Man,
I really like how
I don't like Rachel, bro. Pissed me off.
She's a terrible person.
Oh, she playing her role. She playing her role. Yeah. She playing her role. She pissed me off several times.
Yeah, spoiler alert. We may have already spoiled it, but hey.
I mean, I ain't saying anything. I'm saying she pissed me off. You can go find out what you can go find out for yourself why she pissed me off.
Yeah. But I like the character, how they cracked the characters, and I like how kind of what Knight was saying with Jujutsu Kaisen, how they're crafting like characters' backstory. But they haven't done it with everybody yet, and even
not yet.
And I'm okay with that, and they haven't really fleshed out the world yet. But that's part of it. That's part of the mystery.
It's just season 1.
What is the tower like? What is the world outside of the tower? Is there a world outside of the tower? So, Tower of God is my number one.
However, if you would like to get a little bit further in depth into the universe of Tower of God, I would definitely recommend maybe checking out the webtoon.
Yeah, absolutely. After the season was done, I actually went back to the webtoon and start reading way further, and it's really dope.
Yeah. Oh, side note, did you see what I was talking about with the character relationship that I was telling you about?
Not yet, but I need to go back and read it. So I'll find some time to do that later this week.
Well, if I were to say what my number one was, my number one has to be Tower of God as well. Tower of God was one of them animes, bro. If I watch it, I was just into it. I love Bang, the main character. I liked him a lot. Am I saying his name right? Am I saying it right, by the way?
Bam.
Yeah. Sorry, I forget. Bam, not Bam. Bam. Because I liked how, like, wherever he went, he brought people together. Because he was just an innocent person. Spoilers. He's an innocent-minded person, but at the same time, he got this power inside of him that makes you respect him. You be like, hey, something ain't right, bro. This dude walking through, like that one part where it was like the energy where the water was. I forgot what they call it, but it was the energy where the water was, and for you to walk through it, you have to use you have to use your energy to walk through it. He just walked through it like, what y'all waiting on? Like, it was just like nothing for him. It was like breathing water. It was like breathing air. It was nothing. But them, they had to work, and that was like, man, I'm liking this kid a lot, bro. Even the relationship between him and Rachel, and then I love how like the characters like like the little alligator dude, bro. He be having me laughing, bro. He be having me laughing, dude. But I like him. I like his mindset that he's kind of like Vegeta a little bit, where he wants to fight you because he wants to prove he's better than you, but he's not trying to just kill you. It's more about who's the best. Yeah. Let's show me, you know. I respect that, bro.
But Vegeta's more raw though.
As I was saying, so it's pretty It's pretty good, man. So yeah, Tower of God is my number one. If I had to give any, like what I would say my other ones, I would probably say not in any order. The God of High School was pretty cool. The Darwin's games was pretty cool. Those were pretty cool, and I'm watching Dragon Quest. That's pretty cool too.
Okay.
Cool little anime to watch on the side. But of course, Jujutsu Kaisen, you need to be watching that.
Yeah.
Like, trust me, every episode you could be like glued to the TV. So that's my top one, Tower of God. So I'm with DC.
Side note, the chi that you was talking about, the water, is called Shinsu.
Yes.
Thank you.
And side note, music mentioned not Tower of God, but God of High School.
Mm-hmm.
So just a little quick sidebar to this conversation. Some animes I was kind of disappointed in 2020. One was God of High School, and my reason why is God of High School, it has dope moments. It has really dope moments, but it moves entirely too fast. I agree. Like the final episode of this season, I feel like should have been the final episode of like three or four seasons.
Yeah, it came too quick.
I don't know. Like he got his superpowers way too quick. I still don't understand what's going on. Sure. I don't know who the main guy with the cross on his palm. I don't know his deal. I don't like. It's moving way too fast, and I like it, but it's just they need to. The pacing is not good.
You know what? The God of High School was like. The God of High School was like getting your dessert before the meal. And it kind of like it spoiled you because it was like it's going, and I told night before it was going too fast from the get-go. I remember saying that. I liked it a little bit because of that, but at the same token, it was candy. Yeah, it was like you wasn't giving me substance. You were just giving me straight action. But for sure,
the action was phenomenal action.
See, I wouldn't even say phenomenal because again, even the pacing with the action, the fight scenes are dope, but it's still the pacing in the action scenes. I mean. But no, even the pacing in the action scenes were too fast. Like their movements and seemed rushed to me still. You know what I'm saying? Like the camera was always moving, never still, and it was way too much for me as opposed to like Jujutsu Kaisen or My Hero, where the focus is centralized, so you can absorb the information that's going on before they move to the next punch or kick or whatever.
For sure. And then with those two you just named, that also the action came within the story. So it wasn't like dessert. It was more like, okay, I've given you your meal and appetizer. Let me give you a little dessert before this next meal. Mm-hmm. That's what they were doing. So it wasn't like that one time that boy Dooku got crunk with his friend. I'll never the first episode, the first season, I think like third episode, we went to the training camp and the girl had fell and like the little green robot was coming, and that boy was like, man, I gotta do it. And that boy hit that man, that moment, bro, I was like, oh man, bro. Let's go to the next topic. What's the next topic? Let's go to the next topic.
Wait, hold on. Before we go to the next topic, I did want to throw a few recommendations out there.
Have you seen them?
I would like to throw a few recommendations out there, as well as let you guys know what it is that I plan on watching pretty soon.
Okay.
In the near future.
Shoot.
For one, Blood of Zeus. I've heard great things.
That does look dope. That does look really dope.
Actually, I watched that, guys. It's good. You should watch it. I actually watched it already.
Okay, really then I got that. That looks. I'm in for anything with Greek mythology.
Have y'all seen Castlevania? Then have you seen Castlevania?
I've seen a bit of it.
Yes, but that didn't come out this year though. It didn't come out this year.
No. I'm just saying, like, have you seen it? Because they're not the same at all. They just have that.
It's made by the same company, right?
Yeah, it has that same darkness to it. So just let you know.
All right, cool. Next on my list is something that's a bit more lighthearted, but it kind of dives a bit into the process of making animation. The name of this anime is called Keep Your Hands Off Izuken.
I've heard about that one too.
I saw that. Yeah, I've seen that.
Oh, you don't sound too impressed with it. I heard a lot of good things about it.
Oh man, come on, man.
Go ahead, Knight. Go ahead. Go and say next, man.
All right, the next one is an anime furry show that's called Brand New Animal.
Oh yeah.
Actually, that's pretty good. Actually, that is pretty good. By the way, I like that one.
And then, and also the anime that Music gave an honorable mention to, Darwin's Game. I definitely say check that one out. I dug it. That one I did see, loved it.
Okay.
And then an anime that falls under the category of parenthood. It's called Somali and the Forest Spirit. It's about.
I've heard of that one.
It's about this creature that finds a human that supposedly were supposed to be extinct, so he helps to find a home for her. And I've heard a lot of good things about it. Like, it really pulls on the emotional heartstrings.
Gotcha.
And so it's kind of like being father-daughter type relationship. So you probably dig it. You get into that kind of.
All right.
And then another one that I'm going to be getting into, and it's an apocalyptic anime. It's called Japan Sinks 2020.
I'll watch that one. That's very dark, but it's good though.
Like how dark?
Not like dark, like very dark, like it get real.
Okay.
Like dark, like dang, I feel that. Dang, that's messed up.
Gotcha.
That kind of dark.
Yeah, survivalist type thing.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it. Oh, and then a Great Pretender. It's an anime about con artists.
I've seen a lot about Great Pretender. It does look good, and I like the art style of it too.
Yeah, I saw that one. I haven't watched that, but I did see it was like one of the top 5 anime so far, like right now, as far as popular. By the way, if you have kids and they like anime, watch one called The Kipo and the Age of the Wonder Beast. That's a really cool Netflix series. It's really cool for kids, very friendly, but it's really cool for adults too.
Okay.
All right, guys. Let's go.
You say kids will like Dragon Quest?
Yeah, because it's similar to it. It's not like Dragon Ball Z, but it has that. You know, it could fit with kids and adults.
Okay.
Yeah. But all right, let's go to our next one. So our next one is, of course, about food. Yeah. So we all eat this one thing, and it's time to decide right now on UA Verified My Game Academia. Please like, share, and subscribe.
Leave 5 stars. Drop that 5.
Dang.
Drop that 5.
Straight high fire, baby. Listen. The topic is, who has the best fast food pizza franchise in the game? Now, we've all had our various pizza from different places, so we're not going to be mentioning like mom and pop shops, even though we love you and appreciate them, and they have some of the best food. Some of them, no, a lot of them are better than franchises.
Yes,
but we
they
won't
are.
mention them. We're going to talk about franchise because that's going to be more global for everybody to know, not city. So, since Light went first, DC, you up, man. Tell me your top 3. Oh, man, let's go.
So, I got 2 answers for you.
Oh, dang.
Because I don't have a top 3.
Okay.
I just have a 1 that's number 1, and then I have a
a backup plan.
Well, my number 2. I get into my number 2, but because it's a story behind that one. But
dang, so it's personal. Okay.
Number 1, gotta go to Domino's. Domino's used to be last place behind Pizza Hut, behind Papa John's. It used to be last place, but then somewhere around the line they changed the recipe to their crust. They changed the recipe to their pizza, and
talk to them, cuz
they've been number 1 ever since.
Man,
and I've never been that big of a fan of Pizza Hut It's too bready. It's too thick. It's not the proportions ain't right in Pizza Hut. Papa John's is cool. Papa John's is good. It's a good backup if you know what I'm saying. I don't feel like if Domino's ain't got no good deals going on, I go to Papa John's. You know what I'm saying. But Domino's is definitely number one. But my number two, for personal reasons, gotta go with Little Caesars. I gotta go with Little Caesars pizzas. I'm gonna tell you why. I know you're making that face. You laughing. You making that face. But let me tell you why.
Tell me why.
Number one, Little Caesars came through with that $5 hot and ready on many a hungry day. When I was in college, and I only had $5, $6, and I needed that to last me a couple days. Little Caesars was it. Little Caesars was right there, gave me what I need. Reason number two, and the most important reason, and you know this, music. When we used to spend the night at my dad's house.
Oh, you going now?
My dad used to get us two things to eat.
You can't say that, man. That's cheating,
Hey man, I told you it was personal reasons. My dad used to get us two things.
Shoot, I'm number one. That's the case. Shoot.
Chinese food and Little Caesars pizza. And I tell you, I don't know. Tell him. I don't know why, but the combination of those two foods just hit like no other.
No, they hit so hard.
And so bro, I will always, regardless. I know there are better pizzas out there. I know that. You ain't gotta tell me that. I know, but Little Caesars will always hold a soft spot in my heart just because of that reason.
You know what? Cause I can't even.
Get out.
This guy.
Leave right now. Disconnect. Get out.
You know what, man? That number two, man. I can't even like. You know what? When you say it like that, cuz.
Hey, man.
Let me tell y'all something, guys. Before I even tell you mine, my uncle, smooth Uncle Don. That boy was smooth, bro. Smoothest man you ever meet. Let me tell you something. We used to get this Chinese food, man. I don't know where it was from.
No, don't know where.
The rice would be always fresh. They had pepper steak.
Making that General Joe's chicken. Lord God.
Let me. I'm trying to stay calm, cuz. Don't take me though.
Make me want to shout, boy.
And then the pizza. Tell you the pizza, guys. My uncle would make sure he get enough pizza to where we can even freeze some.
Yep.
So if we got a little hungry middle of the night, a little midnight snack.
Yep. Just go in there, take it out, warm it up. We was ready to go.
And hop back on 64 again. Hop back on Game Boy Color Pokemon. Yep. Hop on 64. It wasn't no problems.
None at all.
No problems. All right, let me go and tell you mine, man. That feels me emotional, man. I'm gonna tell you mine real quick. I'm gonna tell you mine, man.
Exactly.
So, first one, my cuz said it right. Domino's Pizza. Domino's Pizza, though, about 2 decades ago, when I was a kid, nobody cared about Domino's Pizza. Okay, it was all about. We did do Pizza Hut, but back then it was either Pizza Hut, Pizza Inn, or
I forgot about Pizza Inn.
What was the other one we used to do too? I think Little Caesars we did back in the day, but Little Caesars back in the day. I mean, Little Caesars was actually pretty good back in the day. I mean, those pizzas was good back in the day. Now over like the 2000s, Domino's then went. Bro, one time I had a video of a Domino's. They had like this extra like layer of cheese, so it looks good. Me and my wife ordered. It was the most horrible pizza. Because I took 2 bites of it, I threw the whole box away.
Wow.
Oh, dang.
Wow.
That's how mad I was. And that's money. That's how mad I was.
Now, just so y'all know, we don't throw away food.
We don't throw away no food.
We may not like it, but we'll sit there and eat it. Because we don't waste food.
It was so nasty, I couldn't finish it.
Oh, man.
Let me tell you why it was nasty.
No. Just call
no.
or something, bro?
I was so hurt, bro. I was like, I should. Some told me, don't go Pizza Hut. I had it before. I didn't like it. Don't do it. Me and wife said, let's give it a try. Ordered the pizza. Ate the pizza. Well, we took a bite of it, bro. First of all, the dough was about this thick.
Yeah.
I had to like drink water over and over again just to make my mouth not get dried out. Mm-hmm. The cheese had no pull. Listen, when I bite, I ain't just get a little pull, actually, you understand? When the pizza feel like a brick and I'm thick, and I'm looking at it and it's looking at me, it's a problem, okay? Then the meat The meat tasted sour. Player. My meat should never ever be sour. If it's sour, that means old. That means sitting out. That means that bacteria's getting on it. I'm not eating this. I was so mad. I said, you know what, baby? Don't worry about it. I'll make some food. We throwing some away. She said, sure enough. My wife is more picky than me. We threw that piece away because it was just horrible. Domino's, my number one. Domino's got good sauce, good crust. Service is decent. But when it comes to the food game for franchises, it's number one. My number 2 and 3, really, I like them because I'll make it quick and fast because I want to go with tonight. The My Pizza and Blaze Pizza are kind of like my favorites because I can go in there, I can tell them exactly what I want. It's made right in front of me. It's made as fresh as possible. I mean, it's not fresh, you're making it at home, but as fresh as possible to where as soon as it come out, you can eat it right there. You can take it with you, eat it on the way home, eat it in the car, eat it with your girl, or eat it with your spouse or whoever you with, and you can have a good time. That's what I like about those two. But that's mine. I'm done. Knight, what's yours?
So, for me, I'll probably just go with my 2. It would have been 3, but as you guys already know, a certain company kind of fell off a little bit. So, yeah, just 2.
What company is it? Say it. What company is it?
Yeah. Pizza Hut, bro.
Ooh. Pizza Hut?
We ain't lying to y'all, bro. Pizza Hut, get your game up, dude.
A little bit.
I gotta do something.
Pizza, you listening? Get your game up, bro.
Let me tell you something. The only thing that's keeping Pizza Hut relevant is their pastas, because their pastas are fire. That chicken Tuscany pasta is heat.
Okay.
And their wings. I haven't had their wings in several years, but the fact that they offer wings and pizza like that, it just helps save them from.
So it's their sides.
Yeah,
their sides was whole. Okay, all right.
But yeah, keep going, Knight.
Now, one of the things that I did like about Pizza Hut was how they would have it to where you can like flavor the crust a little bit. They was doing that for a while, but then they just dropped it, and I was like, all right, bro, I'm done.
The crust was not good anyway, but keep talking.
But anywho, my picks, they include Domino's.
It's the first time we had a 3-way flush, man. First time.
Is it really?
We all choose. Yep, first time we all choose the same thing. Usually one of us chooses something off. Not this time.
Yeah, that's usually you, but it's all good though. You going, Knight? We won't want to talk about Cartoon Network, but you know what I'm saying.
You want to talk about the Nuggets game we talking about last time, Dan? Yeah,
the Nuggets game. What are you talking about?
We said who are the best Nuggets? And you chose. I forgot who you chose.
We all chose something different.
Yeah.
No. Yes.
No. Me and Knight both agreed, and Pop-Tarts too. Me and Knight both agreed that strawberry milkshake was like delicious.
He's right.
But that wasn't number one though. That wasn't nobody's number one.
Yes, it was.
That kind of was my number one.
Okay,
yeah, it was my number one.
Oh, wait. Hold on.
Okay, yep. Let's check the tapes.
My number one was frosted strawberry.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, cool.
Anything else? Music. Okay, cool. That's what I thought. Keep going, Knight.
Oh boy, man, that's my haters, man. Right. Go ahead, Knight. Go ahead.
And for my last pick, the most reasonably priced pizza that any person from college could just straight up go, just go, get in, get out, get on with your life.
Talk to him.
Little Caesars, bro.
Talk to him.
I should number one.
I mean, it's like
let that man live, man. Why you let that man live?
Asking the question. I'm asking the question,
Caesar, bro.
Hold on, so Domino number one, or Little Caesars number one?
I mean, it's whatever.
No, it's not whatever. What's your number one? Nah, bro, what's your number one?
Nah, stop. Since I'm just talking about fast food pizza and everything, dang, bro. Okay. Well, I mean, I guess I would probably say Domino's.
Okay.
I'm just saying you gotta have a number one. You can't be like just randomly saying, you know.
I mean, but Little Caesars is a nice go-to. You know what I mean?
Thank you, Knight. Thank you, Knight.
I asked for the number one. I was what I asked them.
Hey, man.
Number one.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man.
And it didn't really taste like it was like $5. You know what I mean?
Well, it tastes like $6, but but with me,
it's more about if you're saying for DC, I guess reason. For your reason, you're talking about more so for it being the price and what you're getting. It's kind of like back in the day where you go like Timmy Chan's. You can get like 6 fried fish for like $3.
Timmy Chan's.
I mean, come on, like you're getting that much food for that cheap price. You're choosing it based off what you're getting out, what you're spending, and I can respect that.
But that Timmy Chan's fish did hit though. That Timmy Chan's fish did hit.
Heck yeah!
For all y'all who don't know about Timmy Chan's, come to Houston. Get enlightened. You know
get enlightened, bro. Get that fish.
Question: would you consider Blaze Pizza a fast food pizza joint, or would you consider that a premium top tier pizza joint?
No, it's not premium at all. I would say it's more. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Because you was over saying that they're making the pizza like right in front of you with fresh ingredients.
I mean, CC's too.
Yeah, but all of them are supposed to. I've never eaten at Blaze Pizza. I didn't even know Blaze Pizza existed. So but all of them. Well, describe fresh. I guess the fresh ingredients. Is it like out of a freezer or out of a refrigerator? Are they like chopping the ingredients right there?
No. So what they have at Blaze's Mod is kind of like Subway, where you can literally see the fresh spinach right there. You can see the fresh cut onions right there, the fresh peppers. Everything is cut fresh. Now the meat, of course, everything on the pizza is already processed. Pepperoni's processed.
Yeah.
Sausage processed. So we're not talking about that. We're talking about sausage can be made fresh, but not there. Of course, everything's processed for meat wise. But as far as the vegetables and the cheese, it's fresh. The sauce, I'm not very sure. The sauce could be out of the can, if I don't know.
So let me. I'm gonna push you back on that, just because, as a former Subway worker, those vegetables were shipped to us in a bag. We put it in the refrigerator, and then whenever we opened, we took it out the bag and put it in the little metal things.
Don't spinach go bad after a few days, though?
Yeah, but we use it in such a way. Either we put it in the freezer or the refrigerator. I can't remember which one. And also the little place where they put the vegetables is cooled as well. It's cooled a lot. And
man, that sounds nasty.
And so yeah, that stuff is a fresh
vegetables. It gets like soggy.
Yeah, but it's refrigerated, so it's those vegetables aren't fresh. Just FYI, if it does go bad, they just throw it away and open up a new fresh bag. But they're not fresh like from the grocery store or fresh like cut bell peppers and cucumbers.
That's what I was referring to when I say it's not fresh unless you make it at home.
Yeah,
but that's what I meant by like that. But I mean, to me, it's more fresh than like Pizza Hut or Domino's, because
to me it's the same, because they still getting the stuff out the refrigerator, like the mushrooms. Okay. They still getting them out the refrigerator, just putting it on the pizza.
Okay.
To me, it's the same thing. If you're talking about fresh, then that's like, you know what I'm saying? You got the bell pepper right there and you cutting it, and then you put it on the pizza.
No, that's real food right there. That's what you eat. I agree then. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I mean, but I did say that's my number 2, number 3. Like they're not in the same category. The number 1 was
Domino's.
Mm-hmm. I made sure I expressed that. So all my people that heard me say that, like it's not. Like it was Domino's. Those 2 were like ones I would go to that I liked. That's still franchises.
Shout out to Oh, go ahead.
So that's a world exclusive.
And
you heard it here first.
Shout out to the Papa John's garlic sauce, because that sauce is special to me. The pizzas are okay, but that garlic sauce, it turns that pizza up a notch.
See, me, I never did. I liked it, but I never did. I like eating pizza. Like I don't like
that garlic sauce is something different, man. That garlic sauce.
No, it's different. Good. If you like condiments on pizza, for 100%, you're gonna love it. I just like eating my pizza like sometimes I get ribs and just straight rub or glaze on it. I don't want like condiments. I don't want extra sauce on it. I want it the way it is.
Gotcha.
But for sure though, I mean,
Okay.
for sure that sounds good though. I mean, no hate.
I mean, you can't
Sure.
hate. You know what I'm saying?
For sure, I can't. It's
Yeah,
good.
you can't. Yeah, that's right. Go ahead.
No pie
Boy,
is created
hey.
equal. No style of pie is created equal. I mean,
Huh?
never
I'll
mind.
move on. All right, I'll
Get
move
that out.
on.
Get that out.
Yeah, no. I'm keeping that. All right, so move to our next topic, guys.
Why would you
This
keep it
topic.
if it wasn't relevant.
Requirement. So for our next topic is going to be something a little bit changing the pace, but just as good. And this was going to be pretty deep. This is going to be talking about the history of the crunch in the gaming industry. Now, you know, crunch. When I hear crunch, when I read about it, it reminded me similar to what's going on also in the anime community with, you know, artists having to be working long hours, not getting any kind of benefits to what you think they'd be getting with the hours that they're working. Some of them are working, they have a certain amount of hours they work, and anything extra they don't even get paid for, like overtime with. So before I get into all that, 'cause I don't want to give my segment away like that, I'm going to let my brothers go first. Knight went first, DC went second. So Knight, back to you. Knight, can you tell us a little bit?
Oh dang! I thought you.
Oh,
told-
yeah.
all right.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Okay.
I can, but I was trying to. You know what? It's true. It is my chance to go, I guess. So you're right. Third time. You're right. All right. So, you know, I wasn't actually as formal on the game industry crunch until, like, honestly, DC and Knight actually brought it to me. And that's when I was like, to learn more about it, and it exposed me to a world that I didn't even know about. And it was like right underneath my nose because all this stuff is happening. So I did some reading on it, and it really kind of bothered me because, you know, I'm thinking, first of all, I never do like when a person or workers or laborers are working their butt off and they're not being taken care of. That bothers me a lot because, you know, I've worked several jobs. You asked Knight, I worked at UPS, moving boxes in a hot trailer. And I got stories about that. I've worked jobs at being at Target, dealing with employees on Black Friday and dealing with managers and all kinds of stuff, and so on and so on. I got stories on doing things that was a lot of labor. And at the end of the day, when the people that's doing the hard work should always be taken care of, because they are the foundation of your company. Without them, they're the middleman. They're the person who's touching their product to give to your consumer. Without these individuals in crunch to create these these video developers, without them, there wouldn't be we wouldn't have the game. We wouldn't have what we need to play. We wouldn't be able to play these wonderful games like games I read about, like Fortnite and Red Redemption 2, where I read about where this was what was it? It's a business. It was a Business Insider. It was a website I went to, and they talked about how literally they would be working average 70 to 100 hours a week on months on end to try to push out. Definitely Fortnite when it first came out, and they was having all these new battle world. They was having them work a lot of hours, and some of those hours they said they wasn't even getting OT. Could you imagine working 80, 100 hours and you wasn't even getting like extra pay? First of all, let me tell you something. If I'm working over my 40 hours, you better give me what's mine, because that's a lot of hours. That's some of them. I heard stories. I don't know if it's true. I was trying to find more history. Some of them, they were working certain hours and they wasn't even getting paid for a certain amount of time during those time, whatever. That wasn't get. And that's not.
I can believe that.
And that's not cool, man. To give you a little bit more, because I got to get some of this, guys. I only got 3 minutes. They finally have they're trying to create a union called the Gamers Workers Unite. It's just, you know, they're still trying to get things going. It's not concrete, but you know, this hurts, man. Guys, 70 to 100 hours. Oh, do you know how many hours that is a week? That's a week. People work people work 80 hours in 2 weeks. You're working 70 to 100 hours in a week. Do you comprehend that? And then you're not even getting paid for it? Bro, that's all I gotta say about it. It's very sad, disappointing. I hope change is coming. It needs to be changed. They deserve it. Twitch people are making billions of dollars off these games, and they can't even pay these people. Go on. Who? Not gonna go first, man. I'm done. Go first, Night.
Well, yeah, just to piggyback on that a little bit. Working like 72 hours. I mean, it's like, honestly, you're not even supposed to be in front of a computer for like a certain amount of time as well. So It's like you're already like messing with your eye health and your mental health too.
Yeah.
So stuff like that affects its toll on you.
100%.
And it's like, even I've worked, like even when I'm working, and it's like I hear some of my employees over here saying like, "Oh man, snap, I done already clocked out." And I was like, "Well then, bro, go ahead and get up out of here, man. Nobody's doing this extra work you're not getting paid for it, bro."
Talk to him, Knight.
Come on now.
Shoot.
That's not why you're here.
Facts. You supposed to protect your family, man. Get your money. If you here, clock back in then.
Yeah, man.
Talk to him. Come on.
And snap, I have a little sympathy for some of the game devs that have been working on like those yearly sport games, because they're getting the blunt of it. Like from articles that I've read, where game devs have talked about having to like pretty much go to sleep in the same building, like have like a little air mattress over by their computer. I mean, come on, bro. It shouldn't be like that. And there have been quite a few companies that have been, taking advantage of some of their game devs. Well, most of them. I mean, even CD Projekt Red has been doing some stuff like that when they were working on The Witcher. I mean, granted, it's not as bad as it was, and CD Projekt Red, they're working things out to where things are a lot more effective for their employees. I mean, snap, they're even having it to where they're paying their employees overtime pay, and they're trying to make sure that they don't have them working so many hours, so many overtime hours per week.
And that's okay.
It's like, yeah, and it's like, yeah, that's great. And I don't necessarily know the ins and outs of how things work in Poland and whatnot, but hearing something like that, that just, we're definitely going to see the results of that when Cyberpunk 2077 does come.
DC, how you feel, brother?
So I'm gonna take a different perspective on this. Okay. Just because, yes, working that much overtime and not getting paid or not getting compensation or benefits 100% sucks. But this is not something that's just in the gaming industry. This is something that's in the tech industry. This is something that's in IT. This is something that's in business. This is not a new thing for companies to do, to overwork their employees and 100%. not compensate them for it.
100%.
So what I want to tell the people is, especially the employees that are working for these jobs, or if you're looking, so let me back up a little bit. So number one, whenever you're going to look for a job, one thing that I always do whenever I'm in an interview and they get to that portion where they say, okay, do you have any questions for us? I always ask them how the work culture is and how the work-life balance is. If they don't give me an answer I don't like, I don't go with it, because work-life, what I've learned from working in those, because I've worked a couple of jobs that's like that, where I have to work 70, 80 hours in a week. What I've learned from those jobs is, if they don't value work-life balance, then it's not for me, because it's not, like Knight said, it's not worth my happiness. It's not worth my mental to work all those hours and be miserable. Yeah, maybe you could get some more money here and there, but it's not worth. What's it worth if I can't even enjoy the time? I can't even enjoy the time to spend with it. You know what I'm saying? And so that's number one. When you're looking for a company, make sure do your research on their work-life balance and their work ethics. 2, learn labor laws, people. There are a lot of labor laws out there, because a lot of the stuff that these companies are doing are illegal, just flat out, right? Illegal. But people don't know, and they feel pigeonholed by them, and so they just continue to remain in the situation. You can fight against a lot of these companies that are doing these illegal practices. And even if you don't want to fight against them, you have the freedom to leave. That paycheck is not worth your mental health. That paycheck is not worth your sanity. You know what I'm saying? While you're in that position, go look for another position somewhere else. You about to say something, Knight?
Well, yeah, Doc. Here's the thing about that, though. Because I've also read that that some game devs that have when they're like given the choice and whatnot to like go home or stay and complete a project, it's like it's also like a mind game as well. Like okay, so I could go home and spend time with my family, but then you got Johnny over there, he's still staying in, and then my freaking boss, he's seeing that. Well then, dang, he's probably gonna end up getting a better opportunity than me, and then I'm probably gonna be one of the first people to get let go when they do start doing layoffs.
So
see, there are people that it's like that's what happens with the whole overtime thing, man. It's like when you're put under the whole crunch thing, it's like that works on your mental health and stuff too, man.
I hear you, but that goes back into the know the company that you're working for with the work-life balance. And believe me, yeah, I understand where you're coming from, where, oh, if I go home, you know, these other people may be looked at highly favorable, or if they work extra, you know what I'm saying, they may get chosen for positions or whatever. Spend time with your family. That extra look ain't worth it. I'm telling you from experience. Choose time with your family, because a lot of times they're not going to recognize you for the work that you're putting in. You know what I'm saying? They're not, because I've had several jobs, and music has too, where you working hundreds of extra hours doing things, going that extra mile, helping this person, make sure you're staying late, and you don't get recognized for it. And so
this is how I can agree with DC Ed on this, which I still believe in my topic, but what DC is saying is basically what we're saying is true, but also do your due diligence.
Yes.
To make sure that you're not part of it. So know about it.
Yes.
Listen to what we're saying, but that doesn't mean that you can't do anything about it. You're not helpless.
Exactly, 100%. You don't have to stay in these circumstances.
Because it's also a choice.
Exactly, it's 100%. Because if you keep on working those, because going back to my personal experience with working those types of jobs, the longer I worked 80, 90 plus hour weeks, it became normal. Not even became normal. My production level of the standard of work I was putting out decreased. I was doing worse. I was actually doing worse at my job, because I was spending so much time there, not getting any rest, that I was actually doing worse at my job. You know what I'm saying? For me, it lowered my efficiency at what I do. You know what I'm saying? And that's with everybody. The longer you take that mental abuse, because it is mental abuse, the longer you take that mental abuse,
it shows.
Yes, exactly.
Shows
Sorry.
what you do.
No. I mean, like I said, I was off this group because I remember when I was doing that, the boss, she started treating it like it was normal. Mm-hmm. Like, oh, since you could do this, well, then they're trying to see what they can get from you.
Exactly, because they're gonna take advantage of you. They're gonna take advantage of you. And they're gonna do it as long as you let them do it too.
I'm gonna tell y'all one story, because I always try to give y'all an example, and then because I was trying to keep it short and sweet. DC, remember this. It was at the job I was working at. I was working at Walgreens, and I was managing there, and they had me working crazy hours. We're open on Christmas. We're open on Thanksgiving Day. We're not closed not one day a year. And there was one year where DC, you know, he was in college. He had come home. Everybody's in my aunt's house. We're having fun. I was working. You know, the one day I can finally see family spend time with them, I'm working. I didn't get there. I got there maybe an hour, and I had to leave because I had to go to work. Then usually what happens is you get one holiday, so you work Christmas, you off Thanksgiving. I had to work on both of them. And that year was one of the years where I said never again, because it was mental, but also emotional. It was almost like I'm giving up my time with my aunt, my great aunt, that I may not even see next year. To work 4 more hours, and they're saying overtime. Bro, that extra 80, 90, $100, it's not worth my memory I can make with my family. I can always get an extra $100. But that time, that year, I can never get that back. As much as I can think about that right now, I can never get them holidays back. And I still got my cousins, I still got my family, but what I'm trying to tell you is how miserable would I felt if it would have happened. And I said, I put his job over what I knew was right. So what we're saying to you all is the crunch behavior is not right. What me and Knight is saying that we don't agree with it. And what DC is saying, but make sure before you even get into this, find out about the company. Matter of fact, you can even ask around. You can ask one of the employees if you can't, if it's possible. Hey guys, how are you all hours here? How many hours do you work here? You know, do you work weekends? What time are you off? Know what you're getting into. Don't waste your time on people who don't care about you. Now you are a number, and that's fine, but that don't mean you should not be taken care of.
Yes, because again, if those companies treat you like you have to work overtime in order to, they make you feel guilty for it. They make you feel guilty for going home and spending time with your family. You don't need to be there. It's just that simple.
Mind game.
They would do that.
Mind game.
You don't need to be there.
Happened to me so time. I was a young kid. I didn't. 20, 21, 23, I didn't know. They would tell me stuff like, well, we really appreciate it because we know we really depend on you. Or here's the one thing they told me one time. They said, you know what? We have a great opportunity for you. And we want to see what you be willing to do it. A great opportunity. So my mind said, you trying to move me up. Cool. But with that, though, you got to work on Black Friday and Thanksgiving. This will give you a great opportunity to be able to run this so it can look good on your resume for the opportunity for this position. How long? Time out. So that's the same thing I've been doing. It's like basically they're trying to make you, they're trying to manipulate you. That's the best word to say. 100%. Manipulate you. Trying to tell you what they want to tell you that sounds good. And it's true to what they're saying, but their intentions is not what they say. So, but that's what we have for this topic, guys. We actually go ahead, DC. Knight. Go ahead, Knight. That's you. I'm sorry.
Sam. Another thing that I want to add to this, if you guys want to get like further in depth into the topic of crunch, you can check out this book called Significant Zero, where the writer of Spec Ops: The Line and Star Wars Battlefront 2, Walt Williams, he shares his experience dealing with crunch. So just want to throw that in there.
Nice, man. And guys, before we do our see you later, I want to tell you if I've been enjoying this so far on the Spotify, you've been enjoying us on YouTube, guys, it would mean the most was if you can hit that like button. To the left hand side, that subscribe button to the right hand side, and share it to your friends.
Yes.
And Spotify 5 all day. Hit him with that 5 stars. That 5 stars.
Every comment, every like, every share helps us with the algorithm and helps us get noticed by other people and help us get noticed by other groups. So please continue to like, share, and subscribe.
And we appreciate it. And guys, trust me, if you leave a comment, we're gonna respond back because you're part of the family. And before we get up out of here, I hope y'all have had a great Thanksgiving. Christmas is now coming up, so guys, please be careful, be safe. We still live in the pandemic. We still live with COVID-19. We still want to make sure we are being careful that we're covering ourselves. You know, when it gets cold, the immune system get less. So let's make sure we're doing our part and our due diligence. And let's just have fun, man. Let's have fun inside. Put on that Jingle All the Way. You know what I'm saying? The old school shows, the red-nosed reindeer, Frosty the Snowman, whatever suits your boat. You know? But that's for me, guys. Much love. Night DC, you got anything to say something for me?
You hit it on the head. I don't got nothing.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, he pretty much captured it all.
Are you sure about that?
I'm sure, man.
Are you sure about that? You don't have any special announcements you might want to, make?
This guy.
I mean, I'm just saying.
So what he sent to that, people, we have a reaction video coming up after this podcast. So if you're listening to this or watching the video version of this, we actually have a reaction video to the death battle of Batgirl and Spider-Gwen. So be sure to be on the lookout for that. And again, like, comment, subscribe, all that. Peace.
It's gonna be good, guys. It's gonna be good.
Can't wait for it. Yo, plus ultra.
Oh, dang. I'm about to be out with the one word. All right, guys. So that'll be it for this show. Much love and see y'all soon. The review for the death battle is coming up. All right, guys. See y'all soon. Peace.